Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again. And if you hear the sound of my defrost in the background, you must forgive me. I woke up this morning, I checked the temperature. It said 36. But Jericho, I live in Snowman Scrotum, Minnesota. That's not cold. Well, I don't. I live in California. To me, 36 degrees is colder than penguin pussy and seal dick. My car was covered in ice. My windshield was covered in ice. Do you feel sorry for me yet? No, but it's cold as fuck, so I'm not turning the heater down. I can't do that. But anyway, if you've been keeping up with the stupid Olympics, if you've been keeping up with the dumb fuck competition, you will know that California wants to win. California wants the gold. And they will do anything they can and anything they have to get that gold. They will not be out stupided by anybody. So the latest is in 2020, starting January 1st, 2020. You know, January 1st, that's when you know all the stupid shit, something's about to take effect. Some policy is about to start. So starting January 2020 in California schools, it will be illegal. It will be against the law to suspend children in grades 1st through 5th for insubordinance and disrespecting their teachers. So pretty much anything short of fighting, anything short of fisticuffs, you won't be suspended. And they say the reason, you know what the fucking reason is. They say because it disproportionately affects who? Now I know you're familiar with people of color. How about children of color? That's right. They're saying too many black and brown kids are being affected by this policy of suspending kids for disrespect. So we can't have that. So instead of stopping the disrespect, we'll just take away the penalty. No consequences. You know what that means. When there's no consequences, that means shit's about to get real fucked up. Now, how does it affect colored kids disproportionately? Well, if you're looking at Mexican kids, they're born at over 50% to single parent homes. If you're looking at black kids, you're up above 75%. So let's see. The kids who are most disrespectful are the kids that come from single parent homes more than anybody else. Coincidence? Coinky dink? I think not. So why isn't something done about this instead of just taking away the penalty, taking away the consequence, allowing these kids to run a fucking muck? These are the ones that show up to school hopped up on Sprite and hot Cheetos with a mouthful of silver fucking teeth. I'm not telling you some shit I read about. I'm telling you shit I've seen. I've seen them. I saw this shit with my eyeballs, with my optic stems. I saw it. I used to be one of these kids, not the one coming to school hopped up on fucking Sprite and hot Cheetos. There's no way in the world my parents would let me eat that shit in the morning. But I would disrupt the class. I would talk during class. I was the class clown. Imagine that. But when those teachers said, you know what? I'm going to call your parents. Whoa. Hey, teacher. Maybe we're just being a little too hasty, huh? Why don't we see if we can talk this out and handle this between me and you before we get upper management involved? Having parents who give you structure and give you discipline, that is help for the teacher. That is an assistant for the teacher. Because they know if they contact your parents are going to do something about it. But if you only have one parent, and most likely it's going to be your mom, she's overworked. Maybe you're spending a lot of time with grandma, or maybe she's a real piece of shit. She's on drugs, she's in and out of jail. There's no consequence. So if the teacher says, I'm gonna call your parents, that kid's gonna say, I don't give a fuck. Something needs to be done. Something needs to be done to and with the parents. You need to make sure your kids are respectful, and if not, the teacher, the school, should have a right to get rid of you. But they're not doing this because they care. They're not doing this because, oh man, these poor little colored kids, they're getting the short end of the stick. They're getting a raw deal. No, it's because of money. It's always about fucking money, especially with California. They want as much of it as they can get from us. So when the kids aren't in school, the school doesn't get paid. That's why you get in trouble for truancy. It's not that they care so much about your education. I'm sure there's some good teachers out there who it's because they care. But we're talking about the superintendent, the school board, all that shit. It's about the money. And if your kid's not there, they don't get money for them. They get money per student, only if you attend. So they figure if we stop suspending these little fuckers because they're costing us money, damn the quality of education for the kids who want to learn. Damn the quality of education for the kids who showed up well-rested with a full stomach, ready to learn. Forget about those kids. Shut up, you little bastards. I gotta deal with fucking so-and-so who only has one parent at home, or their fucking grandma. We have to, again, we see this in everyday life as adults with this leftist, ultra fucking communist socialist bullshit. We see this a lot. We see the needs of the few overriding the demands of the many, or the needs of the many. You got this tiny group of people with a loud bullhorn trying to shape policy for the overwhelming majority. 9 out of 10 people don't want to deal with that shit, that alphabet soup group bullshit. And the overwhelming majority of students are there to learn. But you got this small number of these fucking little babies kids, these little thundercats, these little future felons of America fucking it up for everybody. And the school saying, or the state, that's where it starts, the state is saying, oh, okay, just don't kick them out of school. We need that money. Now, where the fuck is that money going? Because last I checked, we were in the bottom 2 or 3 in education? So where's that money going? Is it going to give your mistress new titties and pay her rent? So you guys can go out to restaurants with white cloth napkins and a sommelier? We paying for your trips to the strip club? We paying for your fucking vacations so you can get sand between your toes? That's where that money's going. It's going to their fucking pockets, because it damn sure ain't going to the schools. They're underperforming. I've said this many times before. You got Aunt Pearl down there, aka Maxine Waters, aka dumb fuck. You got 93% of students in her district that can't read at fucking grade level. But you don't want to do anything about these disrespectful little fuckers? And where does respect start? It starts in the home. Your parents are the first people you respect. If you don't respect them, you won't respect anybody else. You ever been in a situation where your parent says one thing, but somebody else says another? And what that other person says don't mean shit because you got the green light from your parents? Until you leave their home, they are the ultimate authority. It doesn't matter what anybody else says. If your principal tells you, no, little Tommy, today you're wearing blue jeans, but your parents said, hey, Tommy, you're wearing black jeans, you're going to look at that principal and say, hey man, this is what I'm wearing. Take it up with my parents. Your parents give you so many things, so many tools. And one tool is respect. People are going to get it one way or another. And if the teachers can't get it from you, they'll kick your little badass out of class. They'll kick you out of school for a few days. There have to be consequences for your actions. And it's unfortunate that these children weren't taught that at home. But why can't a teacher just teach? Why can't we send our kids to school ready to learn? We send them prepared, food in their stomach, adequate sleep, supplies, clean clothes, so they can focus. Why do teachers have to be all of these different things plus a teacher? But of course, no consequence, don't worry about it. Be a bad little fucker. Fuck up class for all the other kids. You know, one time, I think I've told this before, when I was a freshman in high school, I got a note sent home from my teacher, Mr. Niazmin. I'll never forget this dude. He's an Armenian dude. He had to shave twice a day. This fool had to be half werewolf. He had like the hair coming out the top of his shirt and shit. He would shave in the morning and then have to shave again at the end of school before football practice. For real. That's how hairy this motherfucker was. And he sent a note home saying that I was disrupting the class. My dad said, okay, I got something for that. So my dad was retired, so he had nothing but time. And he came up to my class on Monday morning, and I thought he was just coming to, you know, talk to my teacher. And really, the fact that my dad was there in school, that would have been enough. I'm done fucking around. I do not want my dad coming back. I'll put it to you like this. Fashion was not at the top. It probably wasn't even on my dad's list. Damn the top. He threw in some pants, some shoes, and a hat, and a shirt, and that's it. He didn't give a damn what it looked like. Spent a lot of time working on cars. My dad just was not focused on his looks. One of the things I admired about him. But anyway, this dude shows up at my school with like some free trucker hat he got from some chainsaw repair shop or some shit. Some shirt, had some pants on with some boots. One pant leg was tucked into the boot, one wasn't. I was like, oh shit. And at 14 years old, you don't even want anybody to know you have parents, let alone ones that don't give a fuck what they look like. So my dad comes to the class. I thought he was going to talk to Mr. Niazmin and bounce. Nope. My dad got him a seat at the back of the class, and he sat there through the whole fucking class. And we had block scheduling, so each class was an hour and a half. My dad sat there through the whole class. And you better believe when my dad's sitting in the back of the class, I was up there being the most attentive student you've ever seen. Oh, I know the answer, sir. Please, teacher, sir, call on me, Mr. Niazmin. I know the answer. So about 5 minutes before class ended, my dad took off because he didn't want to deal with all them kids flooding the hallways going to their other classes. So he left. I was like, whew. That was embarrassing as fuck. And there weren't a lot of black kids, so everybody knew whose dad that was. You think that was the end of it? Fuck no. My dad came to class every day for the whole week, Monday through Friday. 8 a.m. to 9:25 a.m., my dad was sitting in the back of that math class to make sure I was doing what the fuck I needed to do. That's what you get from two parents. If one can't be there to make sure you're doing the right thing, you know the other one will. My dad sat in the back of my math class for a whole week. And how annoying would that was that for him to be in a class with a bunch of fucking 14-year-olds? He could have been doing something else, but he took the time to make sure I was doing what I needed to do. That's what two parents can do for your ass. And you better believe, did Mr. Niasman have any problems out of me for the rest of the year? Hell no, because he knew all he had to do was send a note to my parents. This is some bullshit, California. We thought you were out of control with the taxes, the shitty roads, the gas prices, the human shit. You remember that city in the Bay? Needles and shit, California. I mean, San Francisco. I thought you were bad with that shit. I thought you were bad with cutting off our electricity and fucking letting our state burn while you're in Washington, D.C. worried about some trumped up charges for a fucking impeachment. But no, no, no. They had another arrow in their quill. Now they're going to not suspend kids 1st through 5th grade for being disrespectful and disrupting the fucking classroom. And there's going to be, I don't remember when it was, maybe in a couple months, they're going to expand it to kids 6th through 8th grade. I would say this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard, but the day is young. And California will top this, no problem. What's that? There's another state doing something stupid? Hey, hold my soy latte, no milk, no foam, wheat germ injection, pussy drink. Watch this. Man, let me hop in this damn rat race. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe, hit that notification bell, because every time it rings, a piece of shit liberal cries. Help me stay independent by getting your Jericho Green notification tone. Fanatictones.com, link in the description box. Utilize the PayPal link and the Teespring link to get your green gear. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.